So I realized there was a news story I forgot to talk about in this week's extra, and that was the SIC Kamen Rider Genmu Zombie Gamer Level X figure.
Yeah, we looked at him, he's pretty cool. He looks like an actual dangerous zombie.
Yeah, and if you look real close, he looks more like he got a dangerous haircut. You just play the same riff, but with scissor sounds.
Yep. And, you know, if you went to McDonald's, it'd just be... I loved it.
And he'd come in a dangerous box.
Yeah, dangerous box.
It's the same riff with box sounds.
Yeah, with box sounds. It's a new meme.
It's a meme that's going around the cat.
Dangerous burger! Just riff.
Nom nom nom!
Riff with burger sounds.
Burger sounds! Everyone come up with your own dangerous blank, and then same riff but with blank sounds. That's the new Castranger meme.
Yeah. Zombie Burger Gamer? Oh my god, I can make that.
I mean, you could.
Yeah,
Did they put out the Burger Gamer?
Well, they did Juju Burger, like the Gashin.
Oh, well, I was thinking the gimmick figures, but they did not put out Burger Gamer.
No.
Although we could probably approximate what that looks like with the Flash app.
Burger. Anyways.
Zombie Burger. Cue the roll call.
We are live!
Mike!
Zenkaigan!
Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Watching all the anime. Webcaster. ChouRaven.
Equipment wielder!
Bluecaster. Cheetah's Azeel.
Loyal and loud, Pinkcaster Lane!
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Jesus.
I was trying to do the zombie scream.
Christ.
You mean, ah! That's the wrong screen.
Sorry, I got mixed up.
Dangerous Centipede. Welcome to Castranger, everybody. We got a red caster here in place of a yellow and a dream caster.
Yep.
Fair trade. I'm kidding.
Yes, Raven is equal to two casters.
Let's see if he can talk enough to make up for them this time.
Well, he's eating, so he has energy.
Oh boy.
We'll see how that goes.
I have food and I had a nap. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, do you want your blankie?
Aww.
Maybe later.
Do you want your little stuffed cougar to tuck you in tonight?
You joke. If I find a stuffed cougar, I'd fucking get it.
Just a fucking Kuga Tsum Tsum?
Yeah.
With him every night, you'll cho Henshin straight to sleep.
I know I've seen Tsums for fucking evil Black Hole and Rogue, weirdly.
Oh my god, if you just, cuddle down with Evolve every night.
Oh, he's adorable and he can black hole your face and country and entire planet!
I'm just sitting here listening to this and thinking to myself, why is this beef deep fried?
Is that a Hot Wheels of Ryuki's bike?
Dangerous beef!
This is like my one question about my dinner here. I don't know why this beef got deep fried before it got put in this tin. But
Same riff, but with beef noises. Alright, so, this week we're talking about Build episode 48, Lupinranger Patranger episode 28, and lining up nicely with this week's episode of Build, we're talking about episode 2 of the Rogue specials for Kamen Rider Build, and Lane is putting Exade level 1 on the fucking throne.
Yep.
Why are you doing this?
Because I can.
Those sounds are probably being picked up.
Yeah, I know, that's why I moved it from
yeah,
the
stop doing it in front of the microphone.
There you go, I did it.
Now you need to take a picture of that.
Emperor XA.
It's now the thumbnail.
Emperor Gamer level yes.
No.
This is now the thumbnail.
No!
Yes. Hang on, I'm gonna take a
For
picture.
no good reason.
God damn
it happened.
I'm putting Rogue's face on him!
Yes.
Sure,
By all means.
Why the fuck not?
Rogue in throne! Hoorah!
Here we go. Give everyone a nice picture of that.
Anyways. So the episode starts with Evolt walking up to our ever-dwindling count of heroes with his smugness and his shoes and no socks, I think. And of course...
I swear to God, now that you've said that, I just want to go back and just edit him with, like, socks and sandals.
Like he doesn't know Earth fashion.
Right.
Or he does and just did it to fuck with them.
Right. Just the entire time, I was just fucking with you.
Yeah. The whole game. So
now we just need to get fucking the frigging Volt Kamen Rider suit and just put socks and sandals on.
Like switch out the feet on the figure art.
Right.
Oh god.
He truly is evil. So since you haven't been on the show for a while, why don't you tell us about your thoughts of episodes leading up to where we are?
What do you think of Grease's death?
Dramatic. Well done. I saw that coming like half a series ago.
I mean, it is Otoya.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he always was gonna say, if I have to go, I gotta go.
We've got 4 riders, and he's the one I've been honestly surprised hasn't died yet. And then he did, so I'm like, okay, there we go.
Phew, what a relief. Any other thoughts on recent episodes?
It's been pretty good. Honestly, I don't know, the end half of this, as much as I appreciate the writing on this one, I don't know, the end part of this series just seems like it's been kind of rushed out, though.
Yeah, I'll talk about it more when we go over the series review after next week's discussion, but I feel like the series did exactly what I knew it was going to do.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been listening knows what I'm talking about.
There was a lot of shit happening.
Alright. And
then just, oh, by the way, and we're done.
Yeah. So, I love that he pulls out the Evolve driver with the trigger already on it, and then just slaps that on.
With the Might of Zeus.
Yeah. Got a black hole in the sky? Seal it up with flex tape!
This is what happens when you try to play evil. Ah!
I saw this one meme I shared earlier where it's like the shot of Anakin in the lava, and then it's just a shot of Darth Vader. Seal it up with flex tape!
No! That's all.
No!
Fuck you, I like
Same
that.
riff, but in nose!
So yeah, let's talk about the most important fucking thing in
The
this.
fact that he black holed the moon!
He destroyed the moon and absorbed it as power!
Now I have moon arms!
Moon arms!
I'm sorry, just the entire time he was doing it, I was just sitting there with Piccolo in the back of my head like,
Stop mocking me! Why does all fiction blow up the moon?
No, Japan just doesn't like the moon.
right? No, they have a preoccupation with it being important.
Have
That's
there been
the thing.
any animes you watch where they destroyed the moon?
Come on!
Are you fucking with me right
a
now?
couple. Okay, name a
Come
couple.
I mean,
on.
aside from Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
And then they put a hologram on one in the sky.
Did you do it in fucking, I don't know, Mazinger? They blew up the moon in Mazinger?
I mean, they blew up a lot of things in Mazinger, but
Okay.
that's besides.
Including Mazinger!
It's funny,
Mount
because, like,
Fuji got fucked.
Oh, of course.
the funniest thing about that is when I went to download the episode off of Overtime, the thumbnail that they had on their news post was a gif of the moon assist trophy from the new Smash Ultimate coming up, and I'm like, that's weird, I wonder why that's there.
Oh!
And then you see evil black hole in the moon, like, oh, I get it now!
No, he only
funny.
took a chunk out of it, Orb.
Yeah, they like damaged the moon and then never addressed it again.
And then it was just old for the rest of the series, you know.
Or they just never showed it, I don't know.
The moon, like, regenerates in this shit. I mean, there's gotta be some reason Dragon Ball blew it up twice.
And of course, Evolve being the master of Pandora's Tower, as soon as they all get up to face him, he snaps his fingers and we go into a game area like Exade, changing the scene from the top of the tower
They're in
to
Pandora's Tower, they've done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's completely within his ability to do. I just like mentioning it. It's because I like when the show comes up with a plausible reason for the sudden scene change.
Right.
And we get another triple henshi, it looks nice. And like, even Gentoku like gets up, whatever, like that, and they're like, "You're too hard to transform." He's like,
Fuck that!
He would just no. He's like, Evolve would just laugh at me for if I did nothing. So I'm like, Why do you care what he thinks of you?
No. He wasn't talking about Evol. He was talking about Kazumi.
Oh.
Right?
That means more.
It's like I gotta stand up and fight, or else he'll laugh at me from beyond the grave.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
The Get Star crashed into the moon.
All right. So during the fight, Evol tosses Build into Cross, which apparently causes the hazard trigger to drop out.
Not the first of many weird fucking things that happen in this episode.
Buckle in, because we're in for a ride with this one.
Oh yeah, Ichi's mad, but
Someone put in the chat a shot of what that should have looked like when Cross decided to use the
hazard or cross magma hazard. That is fucking sick.
That looks good. Although I will say I wasn't disappointed with what they did. It didn't give him a new form, but he got like all even more like fiery and shit.
See, and you know who uploaded this picture? Fucking Rider Custom in the chat. So like Rider Custom, that's your job. Your job is to upload
give us custom
Rider pictures. Oh, good. But yeah, so Banjo does the fucking smart thing and go, hey, why don't I use this with my current thing I have? And he puts that as a trigger and pretty much uses it as a buff.
He force levels himself.
And it, like, increases his hazard level even fucking more. And he's, like, whooping Evolt's ass. And he's just like, wow, you've gotten stronger. But guess what? I've also gotten stronger. Fuck you. And just proceeds to...
I also emotions.
Yeah, but that was really cool. And we actually, like, see him, like, kind of, like, glow. And then he kind of goes, like, it kind of shows what, like, cross magma hazard would look like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, he gets all fiery and shit.
Yeah,
and
it looks
like,
cool.
I want that as a form, because that looks badass.
Yeah,
just go full Deathwing.
See, this is what I mean. The hazard trigger is, like, fucking the best device in this entire fucking show. Because not only does it, like, it takes your powers and fucking multiplies it, but it makes you super powerful and broken.
And super angry.
Banjo's an angry guy, so it kind of suits him.
Always angry.
Right?
He's always angry.
That's
a secret.
He's always angry. I appreciate that I appreciate that.
I'm pretty sure there hasn't been a single episode where Banjo's gotten mad at Sento for something. Just like going up and grabbing him. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, he does that like every episode. He fucking grabs him. He's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
I swear to God, ever since we saw that terrible translation of the SH Figure Arts description for him, every time he says his catchphrase, we all just chime out,
My magma gets fucked! Like, literally.
God.
Yeah, there was a poorly translated description of his catchphrase in the ad for his SH Figure Arts.
It says, my magma gets fucked.
It also, at one point, calls it the Mugma Knuckle.
The Mugma Knuckle.
Cross Mugma! Yippee!
Yippee! So then, yeah, Rogue tries to fight Evil, and actually, I was watching very carefully during his fight with him, and he didn't get a single hit. Like, literally, Evil dodged everything, and then he blocked every single one of his hits.
I just think it's cute that he runs in with the fucking steam blade.
Like, I love that the steam blade and the trans steam gun are still, like, relevant fucking weapons at this point in the fucking show. Like it's
at
amazing.
least when Evolt uses it, you know that he's just fucking with them, but Rogue ran in completely earnest about it.
Yeah, so... But, yeah, so Rogue continues to fucking get his ass kicked, and then, like, we see that he's, like, dissolving slightly, so if he keeps on going, he's gonna die.
He's starting to get all sparkly.
Yeah. And then fucking...
Evol puts out a really hilarious comment when Build jumps back in to start fighting him. He says that his driver is just, basically he calls his Build driver a bootleg Evol driver, and I'm like, yes! Sick burn! Because it's absolutely true! Bootleg, secondhand, built by not even the actual designer.
Hey, it's still cool.
Evol driver is superior!
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, let me know, and Lane is hugging his Build driver.
Well, now I don't have to say it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a quick thing I want to mention now. So, over the course of Build, I figured like Gentoku was like my favorite character the whole time. I think he like is, but like evil Gentoku.
So first form.
Yeah, exactly. So like Night up till when he was like as Night Rogue. Like I liked him. I don't like him as a good guy. I always thought he was better as a villain. But I did discover another one of my favorite characters. Was like a couple of days ago, I like watched some old episodes of Build and stuff like that. And honestly, one of my favorite characters too is Sento / Katsuragi. Like I like both of them. Katsuragi more so, actually.
I mean, I will agree that I really liked early Sento, where he was snarky and egotistical, and we see little bits of that throughout the series, but kind of not so much anymore, which I understand because of shit's going on.
Because he's realizing what he has to do.
But I can't agree with you on Takumi, because he's kind of a shitbag the entire time.
I like him that he's that, though. I usually like the shitbag scientist characters. I like Ryoma. I like Dan, I like Katsuragi. Like
I like
still
shitbags.
One of the best henshins we got in the show was just one of the best henshins we got in the entire series was fucking Katsuragi transforming into Build.
Okay, but
awesome.
That's just because Sento using the fucking full bottle is so fucking bad.
And I liked when he possessed, like, when he took over as the primary consciousness, and, like, he was just acting like a total, like, asshat, like, in Sento's body. It was, like, fucking great. So,
his body.
I like
and then after...
Sento's in his body.
And after he went...
Let's be honest about
And then
that.
after that, he spent the rest of the show just sitting in his fucking corner, sucking his thumb.
Well, yeah, because what else can he do?
I look forward to the next episode when it looks like he basically dissolves permanently.
Again, as I've stated before, he's accepted Sento as the, like, you know, the superior, but so he can't do anything else but, like, suck his thumb and be like, you know, you shouldn't trust Dad, he's an asshole, always has been.
Also, Orb in our chat, the name of the writer is Evol. Evolt is the user. I know some people will get those confused.
Yeah. So, like, I like Night Rogue Gentoku and Katsuragi Sento. Like, I don't know, just, like, every other character, like, I have an appreciation for, but, like, anyways, I'll get more into that when we talk about Build, like, as a whole at the end, so.
So, Evol knocks the last two bottles out of Build and completes the black panel yet again, and we get to see monster form Evolt, and it's still badass.
Oh, yeah, it's cool, but...
What do you think about him, Raven, since you weren't here when we talked about his first appearance?
What?
Like his alien form.
Evolt's monster form.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Honestly, and I know somebody said it in the chat, and I don't know if you brought it up, looks like a fucking Guyver.
Oh yeah, no,
He's got that fucking head tail.
Yeah, we absolutely talked about that.
I saw it the first time he transformed into it, I was like, wait, hold up.
Right?
I am the Guyver. I am the evil.
And look, honestly, I'm also aware to some extent that Guyver was based on Kamen Rider Black, so it's kind of an interesting 360 here.
This is a fire back.
Right? It's an interesting 360 to watch that.
Which is interesting, he's like half Guyver and half Helheim because he's also snake-themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Helheim was like the snake, kind of. So yes, Evolt reaches his monster form, and then black holes the moon, and then decides it's finally time to send Earth tunneling into the void. Alright, X-Death.
So it summons a giant...
Final Fantasy V fans will get that reference.
A giant fucking black hole in the center of the tower.
So giant and so massive that it actually basically becomes night on top of the tower where they are.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Oh, it's yours. Keep it. Yeah.
So as the Earth starts getting pulled in, Evolt evolves again, and he gets these, like, shoulder laser things.
Which,
and I'm like,
those were just in his chest, then he could fucking do a Mega Smasher.
I like that design. It's a weird, esoteric design, and I genuinely couldn't tell you where Evolt's face is on that thing.
I think the green things are his eyes on the top of his head.
That's what I decided.
I think he just has multiple eyes because he's an alien. So,
maybe.
Yeah. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, aliens have multiple eyes. Like the Batarians in Mass Effect.
It's such a weird design, but I like it a lot.
No, I do too. It's neat. Because it makes him look like an alien. Because that's what
he is an alien.
Yeah, exactly. So... so
Misora decides to pray to Bernard, who is of absolutely zero help.
Well, she's dead.
No, she's inside Banjo.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
And then Rogue decides to tank a shot from what I will only refer to as the Evolt blasters until I bother to look up his TV Asahi profile.
And then, yeah, so, like, a thing that Rider fans have kind of been, like, missing lately is just, like, yeah, we miss, like, broken helmets, and so... Rogue brought back the broken helmet.
And he owned it.
Yeah, no, it looked so cool.
And I really like what they did here because although he has been kind of gimmicky in this last third of Build, I think this episode made up for that in spades.
Oh yeah, no, and even me, like, sure, he's like been kind of silly and stuff like that, and I prefer evil Gentoku, but like, he was so awesome. Like, it's because he realized what he needed to do.
You get a flashback of him talking to Kazumi, and how and Kazumi's like, "You should be a politician. After all, I've forgiven you."
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Oh, you guys are the best."
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that was.
And then he goes to flashbacks of, and screaming at his dad, screaming at his colleagues.
Remember that time I pointed a gun at my father's face?
Yeah, remember my dad died in my arms? So like
he starts to go all sparkly, and I'll refer to a joke that Blaze put in the chat. I just want him to look at Evolt and go, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good." Get it, Blood Stark.
Yeah. So just Rogue, like, keeps fighting, and he decides to do the smart thing where he's like, hey, you know what? Let's fucking destroy the evil trigger. Then he can't fucking be his full form anymore.
I'm so happy this show is doing that. We have finally created a villain so overwhelmingly powerful that the only thing they can do to stop him is what Ryder's been missing forever. Go for the actual power source.
Right.
Well, Go for the belt!
I mean, in X8 they did that too. They were just like, well, if we get to Kronos' belt, then you can't pause, so...
And that was the first instance of it, and now I'm glad that they're doing it more often.
Yeah.
So, Rogue, in a final-ditch attempt, just goes ham on the Evolve Trigger, and even does a crack-up finish, which fails, but...
Actually, there's one more thing, too. Technically, Drive did it, too, because... Go went for the belt, literally.
Well, when there's no body attached to it, you can hardly count that.
When he's nothing but a belt.
I understand.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I love that Blaze in the chat says it's Rogue sparkling.
I think it's not that the crack up finish didn't work. I think it's just that there was just a delay on it working.
No, because
he was going for the belt when he did it.
No, I think what happened is the last punch he did before that was what cemented it, because you see it start to spark right from there.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes for the dramatic crack-up finish, which Evol knocks out of the way, and you think that he failed, but then after he expires, you see it start to take effect. And let's talk about his actual death scene, because oh my sweet Jesus.
Oh man, it was so good.
He starts talking to his father as he's about to pass on.
He's like, have I measured up to you at all? And then he's reaching his hand out. And then we just get this awesome shot of just him standing there. But then if you look over at his shadow on a pillar, it's Rogue. It's the Rogue suit. It was just so well done. And then he disappears. And I'm like, ugh.
Can we put him in a bottle? Kazumi! Gentoku! Best match!
Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, so it was a really, he went out like a champ. And, he went out knowing what he had to do.
He went out knowing what it meant to be a rider. Being empowered by the cheers of the people, and knowing what it means to be a true politician. Knowing that the country is run by the people who put you there.
And some of his
so good.
And some of his last words were just he looked over to Sento and he's just like, it's up to you, man.
It's up to you.
And then we cut to a conversation that Banjo and Sento have where he pretty much tells Banjo, yeah, if we're gonna do this white panel Earth thingy, you have to do it.
Well, that was at the start, but yeah.
Yeah.
You have Banjo, you've got Evolt's DNA, you have to do the thing no matter if the rest of us die.
Yeah, so then, they actually do this, the trigger, the evil trigger gets busted, and,
the panel falls out,
and
Bill
then
grabs it, Misora comes up with the box, and I swear to God, I just wanted Bill to just, frisbee the white panel
and
over
she
them.
just, holds it up and just goes, boom, and just clicks it. Yeah, and so,
just as he's about to put it on, alright, time to create the new world! He just puts it on upside down, it explodes. Fuck!
Shit! And then they proceed to open up a portal that brings in World C, and I'm
More they basically opened the fucking Bifrost.
Yeah, but then because I was just like, I'm dumb.
Yep. And then I don't know if this was planned or not, but they pulled the other Earth out of the black hole. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
So they were planning on letting him open the black hole from the beginning?
Maybe. And just like I was making a joke.
Oh, also good point. Blaze brings up the new world didn't come with a new moon.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm like, is it come with a new moon? Like,
does
No, it's just gone.
So yeah, and during this, apparently it's like sucking energy out of the genius bottle. So then the genius bottle gets like destroyed,
or
then,
drained of energy.
But then Ichi, what happens?
You guys know how much I hate the fucking shit that Baron did when he switched belts without
Even I think
losing the suit.
Even I think this is fucking stupid.
So the genius full bottle loses all its energy, and in a snap of light, he's downgraded to fucking tank form, which magically puts the hazard trigger and full bottle in his belt. How the fuck? Why?
Like,
why wouldn't it just de-hension him?
Yeah, like he didn't. The genius ball doesn't come from the full ball or something like that. Like, I guess maybe what you could say is because the genius bottle is like every bottle into one fucking thing.
No,
that,
it
like,
was made from all of the 60 full bottles. It did not include the full bottle.
Yeah, but the full bottle's made out of Rabbit and Tank, which technically Rabbit and Tank are part of those 60 bottles.
Then it's more likely that it would have knocked him back into Rabbit Tank.
That would have made more sense.
And why Tank and not Rabbit? That was more of an iconic form for him. What was he actually gonna do? Because they had to fly him up into space, and neither Rabbit nor Tank can fly, so what the fuck was his
He
plan?
would propel himself. I don't know, but so then Banjo fucking grabs him, yanks the full ball, and he's like, yeah, nope, I gotta do this, I have to do this, and he like flies him up into the space Kagina, which Ichi has written in the notes here.
Oh, that was a typo.
No, keep that, that's great.
No,
Space Kagina.
damn it!
Yay! That's the name of this episode.
No,
Space Kagina.
no, it is not.
Fuck.
I'm actually saying fuck you on that.
Aww, that's so funny.
But yes, Banjo decides to be the ultimate space bro and pull a sacrificial bit and fly Evolt up into space.
Which I'm pretty sure I called like early on in the series, where I knew Banjo was probably going to be either A, the end villain of this show, or B, sacrifice himself to defeat whatever fucking villains at the end of the show. So I'll have to go back and listen, but I don't know.
What are your thoughts, Raven, since we haven't given you time to speak?
Well, honestly, I think it progressed about where it needed to.
Right?
Like, just sudden upgrades for Evolt, frigging Banjo doing that last sacrifice because, he still has Evolt's DNA.
Yeah.
And hey, technically, if Evolt goes down, Banjo's still there and still could potentially at some point just become him.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have that moment where he just probably considered that and just went, no, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
So he flies into the space vagina, and then...
Uchukta!
So next week, obviously, Evolt fucking survives, because of course he fucking does.
I really, really, really wish they would have just not given us the episode preview this week.
Right.
And then, next week, we apparently also see, like, Rabbit Dragon, but like...
The gold-silver one.
Yeah, like the actual gold-silver bottles as like a Rabbit Dragon form, and it looks fucking gorgeous! I want that as a figure art!
I'm liking what I'm thinking, I like what Orb's saying. Since both of them have lost their final forms, what if the final battle is literally just Rabbit Tank versus Bloodstark?
Yes! 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 Yes!
I would love
yes!
that.
That would be cool.
That'd be
Do it!
Yeah, no, seriously, do it. Or just have...
We know he's gonna use his base form. Hell, I even saw Sparkling in that preview.
Also, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just have Rabbit Tank build fight fucking Soichi. Have them fight on Henshin, like hand to hand. That'd be fucking awesome.
Sento versus Evolt as
Well, I mean, we saw him go as Rabbit Tank, whatever, and just like Soichi was just like holding back his fist, and I'm like, oh my god, because remember, that's like just the form he's assuming.
And I'd just like to point out again that we still have zip all news about actual Soichi.
Yeah, we'll see him at the end.
Maybe once Evolt is dead, he'll like proper wake up, because maybe part of the process of disguising himself as Soichi has been keeping him from waking up.
Bloodstark is stuck at a flat hazard level 3. He's dead.
Well, I mean, the trans-steam system isn't a thing that requires hazard level. Evolt himself just has a higher hazard level, so he'd be Bloodstark, but just at a higher level, because the level for the trans-steam system is not tied to the power set, but the user itself.
I don't think Soichi's dead. He's not dead. They can't just get rid of him like that. That's not fair. I think they would have had a more, like, sad scene of Misora going like, "Oh no, my dad's dead!"
I mean, then again, we never really did get a proper scene of Misora realizing that her dad was not her dad.
No. Anyways.
That's something that I think is such a tragedy that it's been underplayed.
We'll see at the end. We have the last episode to watch, so... Anyways, yo cooks to that!
So I'd just like to point out something that I noticed. Noel is fucking Akechi from Persona 5.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Except for he's not an evil douchebag like Akechi is.
Or is he?
Spoilers.
Maybe he's maybe he's the mastermind, who knows? There's a lot of theories going around now.
So, honestly, this was a really heartwarming episode. Like, it felt really, really nice. And, like, it was a very heavily Umika-focused episode. Kind of Kairi, too, actually.
Yeah. Before we get too into it, I want to bring up something that TV Nihon mentioned on their website. So, apparently, Good Cool Kaiser is not actually what the name is. It apparently is Gudokuru Kaiser. Because kuru is a Japanese word for feeling, and Good Striker's always going on about how he has a good feeling.
Oh.
So it's actually Gudokuru Kaiser.
BSX.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's a pun.
Okay, but it can still be Good Cool Kaiser.
It's not accurate, but that's the pun.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna call it Good Cool Kaiser.
I know you are. I'm not. It's still Clusterfuck Kaiser to me.
I know it is. But yeah, so this is about the episode takes place on Umika's birthday, and her father comes to visit.
And Paul and I immediately reacted the exact same way. We have parents?
Yeah. What's funny thing is too, like, so like Umika's dad like walks up to the bistro, and then like he walks in and like. Kairi's doing like the nose thing with Umika that he usually does to her, and so he just comes in and he's like, "What are you doing to my daughter? Ah!"
Get your hands off my daughter!
Yeah, and just like tries to fucking like jump on Kairi, which Kairi easily dodges.
You know, being a thief.
And then like he looks over at like Toma, and Toma's just like, "Are you dating my daughter?" And he's like, "I have a fiance, sir.
We must leave this house of sin."
So then, like, Kairi just starts getting chased off by him, and it's, like, funny, because, like...
Oh, pause real quick. Raven, any thoughts on last few episodes of Lupin Pado? I'm trying to include you.
No, I know.
Well, yeah, don't be afraid to chime in, like, that's... yeah.
Honestly, with the last couple of... Lupinranger just feels kind of like a chore to me at this point.
Aww.
The series
am
is
also
progressing so slowly at this moment in time. It's just like going back and forth between Build and this. It's just like
I am also waiting for the plot to kick in.
Right? Just
more
hey,
Frieza Amigo, damn it!
Here's frigging a lot of single episode story arcs that really aren't doing much aside from new thing this week.
Right? I'm like, it's episode 29 and we still barely have any semblance of a real plot.
Right?
I mean, all it's about is them getting the collection pieces back so they can save their loved ones. That's the plot.
So when are we going to get some advancement on that?
They haven't collected all the pieces yet!
They're getting one every episode. One.
We don't know how many pieces there are! They never said, like, oh, we have 60 pieces to collect.
The show is starting to feel O's level of hollow, where it starts out as get the medals, and by the end it's, nope, just get the medals,
well,
that's
maybe
all.
This is what the Sentai is. It's not supposed to have, like, a plot.
We have two teams, we don't have time for plot.
Sure, that's why. They're limited because they have to deal with two teams.
That doesn't mean... That's the excuse. It doesn't mean it's a good one.
I like the show.
Like, sure, we're having fun in the meantime.
Yeah,
go.
that's it. It's just
But let's just put it this way: when the episodes air, Lane and I watch Build every Sunday immediately. I wait till Thursday to watch Loop and Pato.
Well, I mean, I watch Patranger as soon as it's subbed.
I watch Loop and Pat with Danette because she seems to like it.
Okay.
And that's a good reason for me to actually sit down and watch it.
Hooray, enablers!
Oh, yeah, so it's really funny when, like, Kyrie's getting chased out by Umika's dad, and he's just like, oh, fuck, he's still following me!
I just love how the dad, I don't know if they ever actually named him.
I don't think so.
He turns to Toma, and she's like, are you dating my daughter, too? Fuck you, I have a fiance.
Yeah, I already said that.
No, I know, but, like, I respond with, you did. You currently do not.
No, but he's just gonna say that because, whatever. But yeah, so, like, the story behind this is apparently, like, Umika moved out of
She
her
dropped
parents.
out of... After her friend got iced by Friezo Amigo, she dropped out of school and left her house
And
to go live and work at the restaurant.
yeah, and, like, her dad was, like, very, like, you know, opposed to it, but, like, the mother was supportive, so that's
Which is
nice.
really weird.
Mothers can be supportive like that.
Like, how much detail did she tell them? Like,
Okay.
I feel like she...
A good example of this, how this kind of works, and like I'm kind of going into Pokemon here with this. So like
Oh
in
my
Pokemon
God.
with Bianca, like her father did not want her going out on a Pokemon adventure because she was
can't-
worried for her safety.
You
He was
can't
worried for
make
safety.
a comparison to
but
Pokemon
you
where
go-
they frequently send 10-year-olds into the wild.
You go talk to the mother in the game, and the mom's like, "Oh no, I'm so proud of my daughter, my first daughter going on an adventure because it'll help her grow." What?
Sending her on a Pokemon journey.
Yeah.
She's got to collect them all.
Yeah.
Except their Lupin pieces.
Oh,
I'm going to get a complete Lupin Dex.
there you go.
Oh my god.
Giwi, the disguise gangler. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, so then, what's our gangler for this week?
Ryug Tamatebako, whose natural ability is smoke that ages people, and who has a collection piece that lets him dive into the ground.
Yeah, so he's fucking Senior Pink from One Piece, because he has the dive fruit, which lets him, or the swim fruit, which lets him dive and swim into any surface he wants.
And that, I gotta say, is a badass power to have. And
Yeah,
he-
no, it's pretty useful. Hell, like, it doesn't even matter if he's, like, covered from, like, the top or something like that.
Or in our
Just-
chat, dive too deep. He is a freaky fish guy. He is actually fucking grotesque. The design was really weird. But yeah, during the scene where the Patos are fighting Ryug and Kairi and Papa-chan hide behind the statue, Paul and I both had the same thought that the music playing during that scene sounds a lot like the music of Ron Wasserman, the guy who did
Okay.
Power Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, also, for reference, that's a picture of Senior Pink.
What does his shirt say? Let's baby?
Yeah,
What the
I'll
fuck?
I'll tell you about his origins like after recording, but it's
I don't think I watched it.
No, it's pretty sad. It's actually really fucking heartwarming. Anyways, yeah, so that's Senior Pink. He has the
More like
ability.
Diaper
He
Woman.
has the swim fruit, and he's able to swim in anything.
So while they're fighting, one of the Potomen get fucking zapped with the aging smoke, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yep.
He tries to waggle his weapon, and then his spine goes out. I was fighting Rangers when you were on your daddy's sack! And then we get a real moment of where we find out that his Papa-chan is actually a pure-hearted, upstanding citizen, because he stays behind after the fight to give his full report to the Patos.
Yeah, no, and I gave him props for that. I'm like, good job. Even like Keiichiro was like, well, thank you.
He's an upstanding citizen, and that's who we gotta protect.
Yep.
That was actually a genuinely wholesome moment.
Yeah, no, like, again, example of why I love the fucking Patos so much. Like, they uphold the peace and everything, and I love it. But yeah, so, again, it's Umika's birthday, and so...
It's her 19th birthday.
Yeah, she's 19, woo!
At least in character.
Yeah. I think she is actually, too, in real life.
Alright.
Quick,
Quick, where's Gar's sister? She'll know.
probably.
And then we get a nice conversation of Umika and Toma talking to each other and starting to open up to each other, and I feel like this is some much needed teamwork / bonding development for the Lupins, which I'm happy to see.
Yeah. Also, like when Umika's dad comes back, whatever, like Kogre shows up, and he's like, oh, like your daughter, I own this restaurant, and like your daughter's been a very great help to like keeping this place nice.
Thank you,
I appreciate all her hard work.
jumping in and fucking
Lending some legitimacy to this.
right.
I was surprised he bothered.
Right.
He just walks in as the dad's just like through a table, and he's just like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Kindly go fuck yourself, sir. And then also like
No groaning in my stool.
so then. Ichi, I swear to God, comic book guy's your spirit animal.
Kinda. Just like looking at the thing where Genius goes back to Tank. Worst episode ever!
No, it's no longer collectible. Ew!
There's no laser figure art! Ew!
God damn.
So Kyrie walks out of the cafe and bumps right into Noel, almost face first, who then responds by handing him the magic dial fighter, the one that I've been looking forward to.
I like it. It's a blimp.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool ass blimp.
Can I just say, like ahead of time, the fucking using that thing on the Megazord. It was so weird for that to replace the head.
Yeah, no,
right?
I sat there and I'm just like, in the preview last week, I thought they just had a new Megazord. I was just like, holy shit, new Megazord?
And you know what the weirdest part about that is? And I don't know if the show's writers thought about this. The cockpit for the Megazord is in the red dial fighter,
Yep.
so what the fuck happened? We know this for a fact because the first time...
Magic!
It's magic!
Magic! Cue SpongeBob picture.
I'm not putting that in.
I know. I wasn't asking you to. I was just saying like SpongeBob. Yeah, and it's like I wasn't expecting it to get a head either, but like new head.
It replaces the arm and the head.
It's pretty. So Lupin Kaiser magic.
I think I'm definitely gonna buy that dial fighter and then put it on Jackpot Striker.
Well, yeah, I'm getting because I think the magic dial fire is the equivalent to the fire truck one that they get in the movie.
Probably.
The Kaitos get, so I'm getting the fire truck one for sure.
But before the Megazord fight happens, we get the most badass thing ever, where as they discover his hideout and they all team up on him, we get this really nice scene of like they figure out one of his powers but not the other, so they think they've cornered him, but then he like dives backwards into a corner, and then Lupin Red pulls out the magic dial fighter on the VS changer and gets the magic arrow or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
But it's super badass. It does like quick charge shots like a Mega Buster, but then he's got the arrow for charge attacks.
Ooh.
It's awesome!
Hey,
And it goes through walls.
Blaze just thought of a good idea. You should do Lupin Kaiser Magic Knight.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
There you
Yes!
go. That's good.
Doing it!
Yeah, that's cool.
No, Lupin Rex Magic Knight, because I'm gonna do it with the Jackpot Striker.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, that looked nice.
And yes, the bow of light does look a little bit like a dual disc.
It's time to Lupin.
I love how Kyrie was just like, here, Umika, you can have fucking scissors because, God, I'm about to do something more badass.
Right?
And then
They're like, yeah, you can have this one. I
then-
got this now.
And then for the finisher attack, she's got scissors, and I like how she tanks with the shield. And then Toma gets Cyclone, and then we get another one of those awesome cinematic Keisatsus with fucking Xanderkind in the background.
yeah, and then he just gets like, and then the Ganger just gets chopped in half. Like,
And
right in half.
they fire like a giant golden magic gear arrow at him.
Yeah, because Noel's
Yes!
Noel's like Patron X at this point too, because I don't know.
Because ranged
Patron X is
attacks.
the better form.
No.
Because ranged attacks.
No. During that attack, he is Lupin X because he does Superior X.
Oh, okay.
He starts as Patron X so we can get both forms, but then he switches mid-battle.
Okay.
And that attack they do, yes!
Yeah.
More of that! For the love of fuck! I love it! Do it! I love those attacks!
Let's get into
Look,
the thing that's...
By the way, just Noel's forms are interesting.
Because they're complete opposites in every
Yeah.
possible axis?
No, it's frigging...
We've talked about that.
It's the frigging immunity to certain attacks, too, he gets on each side.
Yeah.
And they swap also.
Yeah. Like,
Lupin
X doesn't have a cape, Patron X has a jacket. Lupin X has armor instead of Patron X's soft clothing.
Well, they describe that Lupin X's design is based off a tuxedo, so he's wearing a tuxedo.
Which makes sense.
But no coattails.
But yeah, so, yeah, Patron X is like the speedy one, Lupin X is the defensive one. But yeah. Fucking Kaiser magic, when just like the hand, like it just opened up, there was a hand, and I was like, but just cards! Fuck you!
It was a dual disc, because now it's time to duel.
Like, I literally think I pulled a U where I just went, ah!
I laughed so hard when the hand just pops out, like...
And just cards, throws Lupinranger cards. I was like, God.
Oh,
fucking...
and you know what the best part is? Before they even form the Megazord, the blimp just flies out and starts shooting what I will unironically refer to as magic missiles.
I mean, you're right.
You're not wrong.
Right? And then yes, they form Lupin Kaiser magic, and then as Blaze says, he lays down all of the face downs. And apparently that stops his diving ability.
Yeah.
And also Ghost really hates him, because it's like, oh, I hate it turns people old, that's so stupid.
Because she's a chick.
Oh no, it wasn't the Megazord that did that, it was Lupin Red. When he was fighting him, he put all the cards face down on the ground, and that stopped his diving ability, and then he went backwards.
So he went defense mode.
Yeah.
Face down.
So Lupin Kaiser magic throws cards around, buildings get moved around, and then he distracts him with this fucking hidden treasure in a dresser drawer shit.
Well, no, I also really liked that, again, Ghost, really hates the Ganger, because it's like, oh, it makes people old.
Because her character archetype is just that woman who's using her sex appeal to get close to the boss. Hates the guy who makes people old.
Yeah, but then Danya Boone just responds with,
do it.
No, it's like, this is interesting. Besides, humans live short anyway, so who the fuck cares? Make them old. Make them die faster.
He was more interested in the fact that humans have short lives, and he's making them even shorter. I like that. Revive that motherfucker.
Yeah, do it.
Well, I don't want to.
Do it. And then, Umika, finds, oh yeah, your dad left, he left this gift for you. And she's like, oh, and then, Kairi and Toma are just like, the fuck you doing? Go hang out with your dad. It's your birthday.
Umika, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, yellow.
God. So yeah, she runs out and, thanks her dad for everything. And he's like, I'm sorry I'm being so overprotective of you. I just, I love you. And she's like, I love you too, Papa.
I mean, I think this is he left her alone for, at least a year.
Yeah, a year.
So I think this is reasonable.
Yeah. But, and then, it's like, your mom misses you. And I'm like, yeah.
Apparently she calls her mom, but not him.
No. But I think that's going to change now.
He's the one who disagreed with her leaving. Yeah. So, of course.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't make perfect fucking sense why he does not okay with this, but...
No, but now, I was saying earlier, I'm wondering if she, told them everything or didn't tell her parents that, yeah, my friend was murdered by an ice monster and now I have to hunt his ass down with the help of some people I don't know.
Believe her.
That's why
her parents know that something happened to her friend.
All they know is that her friend disappeared. It's not really clear if she gave them the full story.
But in the end...
So it makes perfect sense why her dad would be like, no, you are not dropping out of high school, moving out into a cafe with two people you barely know to hunt monsters who are threatening humanity.
Sorry! But yeah, in the end, this was a very heartwarming episode. I liked it.
I did. I liked it a lot more than I was expecting to.
Me too.
And not just because of the magic stuff. The stuff with Papa was pretty nice.
Honestly, yeah, the last two episodes, we just kind of weren't expecting them to be great, and then we enjoyed them regardless. So, good job, Lupin Pat, for, kind of going above our expectations.
I will say I am still waiting for the plot to kick in, but I will concede that what we're getting in the meantime is interesting in its own way.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at.
That much.
Yeah. Anyways, Ichi,
and it's a great accomplishment to do while they're also trying something as new as two teams in one series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Ichi, cue the rogue scream.
Ah! I can't do it well.
Well, I meant actually put it in.
Damn it.
Featured topics.
So we're on Rogue 2, Rogue Electric Boogaloo.
Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Rogue.
Spoilers, the secret of the ooze is its blood.
The ooze is nebula gas.
The ooze is now diamonds.
Secret of the nebula gas. Just Ivan ooze, just Ivan nebula gas.
So
The gas is back!
smash! There's smash! Oh!
Oh, we're so when you need him. That'd be funny.
So this was perfect timing to talk about this, seeing as our man Gentoku just bit the big one in this week's TV episode.
Yeah, so this is literally just about him finding out that, yeah, he's not going to be Kamen Rider Rogue because they don't give a shit.
I love Utsumi. He makes him bow his head and surrender his pride, and then trots him in there and goes, "Oh, no, you're not the Kamen Rider. We're gonna throw you in a fucking concentration camp with a bunch of losers. Well, this guy gets to be the Kamen Rider."
And Raven actually had a pretty good theory of who that guy who's supposed to be Rogue might be.
We were joking around and just, hey, you know how that guy who they got, who's supposed to be Rogue,
Who they did not name, by the way.
never got a name, also never spoke, and really never had much facial expression aside from fighting and being in slight pain.
He was a cyborg.
We were left, wouldn't it be funny if that's actually Rogue's suit actor?
Someone look that up.
I'm looking it up.
If they just got the suit actor for Rogue to show up and just beat the shit out of Gentoku for a few minutes.
I just love the fact that in my notes I wrote Sato's Rider and Stark's Chosen, and then it was left blank because they never gave him a fucking name.
Yep.
No, I like what Raven said, just that might be actually Rogue's fucking suit actor.
That would be hilarious if it was.
Right?
You're not Rogue. This guy is gonna be Rogue. True enough.
Right? I feel like they're snarky enough to do something like that.
Right, it's Toei. I wouldn't put it past them.
So after the opening bit plays, which totally reeks of Kyoryuger's art style with the jagged designs, the scene that plays right after that makes it.
Oh my god, it is him! Yeah, it's Jun Watanabe, the suit actor.
Oh, nice!
Well fucking done, show.
Awesome.
That's fantastic, Raven. High five. Good job.
I just looked at it and it's like, you know what? I feel like this is something Toei would do.
So Gentoku beat the fucking ever-ending shit out of fucking his own suit actor.
It's like this Rogue suit actor beat the shit out of Gentoku and then Gentoku murdered his suit actor.
Probably beat his own suit actor to death.
That's fucking glorious.
Wow.
Wow. No wonder you didn't say a fucking word. That's so good.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
Nice little joke to throw in
it's
there.
like a Ghost when just like Ghost was beating the fucking shit out of Seiji Takaiwa.
Part of what I was looking at, part of why I said it was it's just like, no, for one of these side specials, they're not going to hire just some random actor because...
Get the suit actor.
They're not going to hire a new actor who hasn't been in the series to be in one of these side specials.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
So as I was saying, after the opening bit, we get a scene that paints the picture that makes it look like one of the prisoners is pissing on Gentoku's face.
Right.
But it's not.
And you know that's what they were going for.
He's just got a thing of water.
He's just teabagging him with a kettle.
Yep. Just with a kettle.
You clever bastards, Toei. I see what you're doing.
I was just sitting there like, man, I know they like to up the age rating for these side specials, but Jesus.
But yeah, so Gentoku gets thrown into the cell with like the rejects who were like their hazard levels weren't good enough.
The other failed experiments.
And this one guy who's like sitting on like the toilet because he's like the king of the cell, so it's his throne because that's kind of because it's like it's in the far back of the cell, like in the center of the wall, so it kind of looks like a throne.
Which really makes it weird when you think about the fact that at least once a day, each of them has to take a turn shitting in that thing while the others watch.
Welcome to prison.
Yep.
And just so much blood on the floor, like dry blood everywhere, and like Gentoku gets fed like this like. Gruel that just looks awful, but then the guy who's like kind of befriending him is just like, well, dude, if you don't eat it, you're gonna fucking die. So,
alright, I'll eat the cat shit!
Get this man a steak.
And this is really the first time that they start to point out the fact that Gentoku growing up as the son of the Prime Minister, has led kind of a spoiled life, and now this episode is about bringing him down to earth.
Well, I mean, yeah, he had power in politics. You know, he ate parfaits and did karaoke all the time. So
Right?
I'd be spoiled too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like the guy just like beats the shit out of him, and he's just like, like almost looks like he's gonna make him like suck his dick or something like that.
There were definitely disrobing sounds as his arms were like definitely angled at his crotch.
Yeah.
So they got a little dangerous with that scene too. And I gotta say,
Did Riff with dick sucking noises.
same riff but with dick sounds. And I gotta say, this motherfucker King of the Cell here was kind of looking like a discount Shang Tsung.
Yeah, but he had this cool scar across his face, which I really liked. That was cool.
Your belt is mine.
You will be next.
Points at the weak guy.
Oh, just like, you know what? Actually, with the thumbnail, with that, can we just have like a screenshot of that guy just with Shang Tsung's face? He's just going like...
But we already have the thumbnail.
Okay, no, but add to the thumbnail. Okay, whatever, it's too much work. Never mind. Yeah, so then, like, he's like, okay, well, if you beat up this guy, I'll call it a night or whatever for beating the crap out of you. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop beating the crap out of you the next day.
Right? Like, that's it for tonight.
So he, like, beats him up a bit, and he's like, I'm sorry.
I was kind of surprised a little bit, because I was thinking that maybe that this was going to be a more slower burn of a process of turning Gentoku into a savage, but no, he, like, mounts him Kuga style and just goes ham on him.
Yeah, no.
And then when Shang Tsung tries to stop him, I'm calling him that because he didn't get a name, he tries to stop him, and Gentoku goes, alright, bitch, I saved some for you! And he just beats them all up.
Yep. And then,
or rather, he tries to and promptly gets his shit stomped again.
And then we get to see Bloodstark again.
Yay, I missed Bloodstark.
Yeah.
I have his figure art, and it's real nice.
And all his laughing glory and stuff like that. And he's just being Bloodstark. And, like... So then, like, yeah, Gentoku gets, like...
put
into a body bag. And then, like, he wakes up and he gets awoken, like... rescued by the two Faust cronies that were, like, introduced themselves in the first episode.
And Paul was watching with me, and he promptly decided to refer to them as Rosendude and Guidenstern.
Yeah.
Loyal mooks who saved their master's life. I actually really liked that moment, because, like, we saw them in the first episode, and
they were
knew,
like, Fausto! Fausto! Fausto!
And I knew, because they bothered to highlight them, that they were going to be significant in some manner, and I'm glad we got a payoff on that.
Yeah, no, that was great.
They basically saved his life, and he, like, hugs them and thanks them and shit, and now I'm like, oh, you guys are probably dead. I'm sad.
Yeah.
Rogue's gonna kill him later.
Maybe.
So then,
he murdered them with his bare hands before he left.
Oh, God. So
I have to cover my tracks. Snaps their necks.
he asks them, like, oh, where's this Kamen Rider rogue candidate? Like, and they're like, oh, he's in this tower. So then, like, we just see Utsumi and, like, Bloodstark walk over to it, and it's like, all right, let's see how our subject's doing. Just on the floor, laying in his own puddle of blood, and just Gentoku's there, like, that do it for you?
Your Kamen Rider is not alive anymore. Oh.
I think you have an open position in your company.
And just,
I'm looking for a job.
Remember, at this point, Bloodstark, he doesn't have emotions, so he's kind of just, like, hamming it up, and he just laughs. He's like, oh, yeah, you passed the test. This is what we had for you. This is what we planned on all along.
I was going to say, Stark knew this was all going to happen. This was totally planned.
So,
I don't think Utsumi planned on this, based on his reactions, but Bloodstark knew.
Yeah, so Gentoku beat the shit out of his own suit actors. That's glorious.
And wow, there was a lot of blood. There was so much blood that my immediate reaction, while Gentoku was holding the splash driver, was, let's take all his blood and turn it into a splash jelly.
Just White Goodman from fucking Dodgeball. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Blood in Rogue! Hoorah! Can that be his new form?
Yeah, right? Blood Rogue.
Blood Rogue!
Blood Rogue! Just make a red rogue.
I swear to God, if I'm right.
Ryder Custom, get on that shit.
Because he's got, in the silhouette we saw, he has a cape, just like Kamen Rider Blood.
Yep. Oh my God. Blood Rogue.
Blaze, all we need is flex tape. Seal him right up.
Blood Rogue and Night Stark.
Oh. Those were jokes we made back in the early days.
Oh my God. Flex Rogue?
Flex Rogue! He's gonna flex
This
on
is what happens when you try to be a Kamen Rider!
I'm gonna see flex tape.
We're gonna seal up that black hole in the sky.
This is what happens when you try to play Rogue. Ah!
Just put some of the liquid Flex Seal in a full bottle.
Should I just take my Night Rogue figure, buy some flex tape, and just slap on flex tape on? There we go.
With the might of Zeus.
With Flex Rogue.
Flex Rogue.
Yeah, and so then next episode he starts becoming Kamen Rider Rogue, and he's fighting the Hell Bros, and we see like a cutaway shot of him getting injected with nebula gas, and he's not enjoying it, not having a good time.
Goodbye, villain Gentoku.
Yeah, so this is the end of Evil Gentoku, and I'm really sad because he was so fucking cool.
I like where his development went.
Well, yes, but I think he was better as a villain.
I think he is inarguably the most dynamic and well-written character of the show. Despite technically not being the tertiary rider,
no, that was Grease.
I do think he fits the role in terms of the narrative. He's
Yeah.
the most developed, he has the most change over the show.
And he went out like a fucking boss.
Agreed.
But still, like, rest in peace, Night Rogue. I will miss you.
And a flight of bats and crocodiles sing thee to thy rest.
Yep.
And I guess remote controls.
Yeah. So, probably call that an episode.
Yeah.
So, what's next week?
So, since next week is going to be the finale of Build, next week we will not be having a feature topic, but rather a retrospective discussion on our thoughts on the series as a whole.
Which I always enjoy doing every year. So, get ready for that. Long Build discussion. So, hopefully we have everyone here for this. So, Raven, if you can make it, that'd be great. If not,
I'll
that's
try.
fine.
Next
Okay.
weekend is Fan Expo, so I don't know if Emily will be here.
Oh, maybe for the Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk to her.
Alright, so, as always, thank you very much. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com.
Mm-hmm.
Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/rscastranger. Tweet us at Ixie Studios. Check out our Patreon, where you can not only talk to us and the fans, but also listen live Friday nights at 9 p.m. approximately Eastern Standard Time as I glare at Raven.
Yeah.
Of course, check out our TeePublic site, where you can check out our merchandise, shirts, hats, hoodies, computer, tote
Baby
bags,
onesies.
fucking baby kigus.
baby kigus.
And of course, check out our Patreon, where you can pledge towards us to help us make the show better for you.
Yep. Go check out Ultraranger as well.
Let us know what you thought about our thoughts. Tell us what your thoughts on the episodes were. Let us know what your predictions for the final episode are, although really, by the time this goes up, the episode will have already aired, so that's completely pointless. Hooray! Fuck me!
Good job.
Wow. Okay, so, as always, hashtag comments for Lay and let us know what you thought.
Feed me comments. I'm hungry.
Comments ride. And we will see you next week for the finale of Build!
No!
Thank you and good night, bro!
Ichi, put in one more rogue scream. Actual one.